The man was completely unconscious under the relentless attack of mosquitoes. Until the next morning, a figure appeared beside him. It was Kana who had found him. Kana skillfully harvested herbs. Then she applied them to Kale's swollen face. She also wrapped Kale's bleeding feet with damp moss. Kale's remained unconscious for 3 full days. When he opened his eyes again, he saw a thick animal skin tent before him. The crackling sound of a campfire reached his ears. This warm and comfortable scene made him think he had arrived in heaven. Until Kana lifted the tent flap carrying a bundle of firewood. Kales realized it was this Eskimo girl who had saved him. In the following days, Kales witnessed Kana's astonishing survival skills. She could set traps to catch lemmings with the simplest tools. She could even catch fish with her bare hands in the icy river. The two began to communicate with broken English and gestures. Kana learned quite a few English words. Kales also picked up some Eskimo language. One day, Kales was focused on fishing by the river. Suddenly, the roar of an engine came from the sky. He ran frantically toward the sound. Kales waved his arms wildly and shouted at the sky. This was a remote wilderness. The plane was most likely a rescue team sent by the company, but the plane flew too high and too fast. In an instant, it disappeared into the clouds. However, Kales noticed it was flying east, which meant it would pass over the crash site, where Kales had left his distress signal. This discovery rekindled his hope. He immediately decided to return to the crash site with Kana. After 3 days of arduous trekking, they finally reached the place that held all their hope. But reality disappointed Kales. There were no rescuers at the crash site, nor was there any supply of materials. The company had long assumed Kales could not survive the crash. Even if he was alive, he could not endure the harsh environment until rescue arrived. So they had merely flown past and declared it abandoned. This cruel truth completely crushed Kales. He bitterly laughed and said they had no enough warm clothes or food. They would surely die. Desperate, Kales curled up inside the wreckage. He completely refused to eat. Kales waited for death to come, but the resilient Kana never gave up hope. She continued to pray devoutly every day, until one early morning, Kana suddenly urgently woke Kales. She motioned for him to hide behind a huge rock.